Alright, let's talk big football news coming straight out of North London. And trust me, this one's a game changer. Tottenham Hotspur has officially named Cristian Romero as their new club captain. Yep, that's right. World Cup winner, defensive powerhouse, and fan favorite Romero will now be wearing the armband. This announcement comes after the departure of Heung-min Son, and it signals a bold new direction under head coach Thomas Frank. And if you're thinking, wait, Thomas Frank at Spurs? We'll get into that too. So grab your headphones, your drink of choice, and let's break this all down. What this leadership shift means for Tottenham, how Romero fits into the role, and what's coming next for this historic club. Thomas Frank has been refreshingly honest about his leadership philosophy. He's not looking for one hero to carry the team. He wants a network of leaders who support each other. During a recent press conference in Udine, he said, "I can't do everything on my own, and I need a superb coaching staff and leadership group around me." That mindset is exactly what modern football demands. It's not about ego, it's about collaboration. Frank is building something that goes deeper than just formations and tactics. He's fostering a culture, and in that culture, Romero is now the standard bearer. That's a huge responsibility, but it also speaks volumes about the trust Frank has in him. Romero's on-field partnership with Mickey van de Ven has already drawn plenty of praise. The duo was crucial in last season's Europa League success, combining aggression with pace, positioning, and composure. Their chemistry is growing, and with Romero now as captain, you can bet that relationship will only strengthen. A solid central defense isn't just important, it's essential if Spurs want to compete across all competitions. And let's be honest, when your captain is at the heart of that defense, it sends a message. You're not getting through us without a fight. This pairing could be the foundation of a very strong season for Tottenham. Let's rewind just a bit. Cristian Romero first burst onto the scene in Europe with his standout performances in Serie A, where he was named the league's best defender for the 2020-21 season. That same summer, Spurs brought him in from Atalanta, initially on loan before making the deal permanent. Since then, he's become an anchor in Tottenham's backline, racking up 124 appearances in all competitions, 100 of those in the Premier League. His aggressive style, sharp tackling, and fearless attitude have made him a central figure at the club. But leadership? That's a whole new ballgame. And now, at 27 years old, Cutie's stepping into a role that goes beyond just locking down the defense. He's now the face of Tottenham's new era on the pitch. Let's talk about the support system around Romero. Last season, both Romero and James Maddison were named vice-captains under Son, which makes sense. They've been vocal and reliable on the field. Thomas Frank has confirmed he'll be naming a full leadership group once the summer transfer window closes. He's looking for 4 to 5 players who can step up, take responsibility, and lead in different ways, not just on game days, but throughout the week, in training, in the locker room, and even in recovery sessions. This is a modern approach to leadership that mirrors what a lot of top clubs are doing now. It decentralizes pressure and creates a culture where everyone feels accountable. It's smart, and it shows Frank is planning for long-term stability. Romero's leadership style is, in a word, intense, but it's more than just flying tackles and passionate celebrations. He's a vocal leader who's constantly communicating with teammates, the bench, even the referee. And off the pitch, teammates describe him as driven and focused, someone who holds high standards and expects the same from everyone else. During last season's Europa League run, which Spurs ended up winning, by the way, Romero was instrumental in organizing the defense, often seen rallying his teammates during high-pressure moments. That's the kind of presence you want wearing the armband. He may not be the flashiest or the most media-friendly, but make no mistake, he's got the grit, the experience, and the respect of the dressing room. The fan base? Reactions have been mixed, but mostly positive. Spurs supporters love Romero's heart and commitment, and many see this as a deserved promotion. There are always going to be skeptics, people worried about his disciplinary record or occasional rash decisions. But overall, fans recognize that leadership is more than staying out of the referee's book. It's about inspiring the team, setting the tone, and refusing to accept anything less than 100%. If Romero can channel that fire Without crossing the line, he could become one of the most iconic captains in recent Spurs history. The bar's been set high, and expectations will only grow. But that's the kind of pressure Kuti seems to thrive under. Romero's appointment as captain fits into a broader transformation at Spurs. After years of near misses, coaching changes, and star players leaving, the club seems to be finally embracing a new identity. It's no longer just about individual brilliance. It's about building a squad with grit, resilience, and a collective drive. With Thomas Frank steering the ship and players like Romero, Madison, and Van de Ven stepping up, Tottenham is quietly assembling a leadership core that could carry them through the ups and downs of a long season. Add in their Europa League success from last year, and there's a growing belief that Spurs aren't just rebuilding, they're reloading. Now, let's not forget the immediate challenge, the UEFA Super Cup against Paris Saint-Germain at Stadio Friuli in Italy. It's a massive test and the perfect stage for Romero to kick off his captaincy. All eyes will be on how he leads the team, not just in terms of performance, but in presence. Does he command respect? Can he manage emotions when things get tense? These are the moments that define leaders, and Romero has the perfect opportunity to prove himself on the European stage. It's not just about lifting a trophy, it's about setting the tone for what's to come in the Premier League and beyond.